chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4 slot. And for the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. And down low, the 2-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11" tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth-quarter points.
You know, there aren't many guys like him, players who can accelerate to the rim and finish with a flourish more often than not.
I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
I asked him about how his team was going to handle the veterans of the Spurs, and he said there really isn't a whole lot that Duncan and them haven't seen, so you can't surprise them one way or another. Really, it comes down to us being as careful with the ball as they are and being efficient in our possessions. Sounds simple enough, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doris. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they had so many options and possessions. You know, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think, allows them to execute under pressure.
Rose with the ball. Back to Noah. Pass to Dang. Outside Butler. Not 3 off the mark. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Leonard kicks to Green. Pass to Parker. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Parker's got his second basket of the game.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Rose kicks to Boozer. Butler on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Noah, the pass to Butler. Good on the three-point shot. Butler's got 8 points.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far. You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player. But I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass it. He could put it on the floor. Was smart defensively. He's shown that he can anchor a defense, and he contributes double-doubles on a nightly basis.
Here's Parker. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He has 6.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
You know, for Noah Clark, as you were talking about, not just an energy guy, but you know, Steve, he's a good ball handler, and he's a really good passer for one thing. You know, atop the circle, he's got a great view of the floor, and he really can find the guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screen and rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or find another shooter on the perimeter. Noah as good as anybody at that.
Otto Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green.
Tony Parker had a phenomenal 2011-2012 campaign, but as is the case with Greg Popovich, he challenged Parker to improve upon that for last season. Popovich told him, good players can be great for a little bit, but great players are always great. And that really resonated with Parker.
Took him no time at all on that one. Parker's got 9.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Rose dishes to Boozer. The feed to Butler. Launches a 3. That's good. He's got 11. Think about how great Parker's been. We forgot his career almost came to an end in the summer of 2012. This is a very interesting part of his career.
That's right. He was an innocent bystander at a club in New York when a melee erupted and bottles were thrown. He got a shard of glass that penetrated almost through his left eye. Very easily could have lost his vision and lost his career.
Bulls trail by 4. Left side Boozer. A rebound by the Spurs. And here is Parker. 9 points in the game so far. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Parker's got 11 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
Hey, people had no idea, guys, how the Bulls were going to do last season dealing with the Rose injury, but they showed very quickly that they're going to be a team in the hunt, and they were still going to be hard to beat at home.
And here is Parker after the three-pointer from Butler. A floater. The rebound by Gibson. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
Pass to Butler. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Ginobili. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even a exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
About 3 seconds between shot and gameplay. And here's Rose outside. They get the rebound. Here's Gibson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. So they take the lead.
The lead changes hands once again. There's been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Ginobili attacking. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Ginobili's got his first points of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, one of the most respected coaches in the league. As hard as he works, he's never took the game or himself too seriously. Asked about his creativity as a coach, he said, quote, "Oh, heck, I don't know anything about innovation. Here's my innovation. I drafted Tim Duncan." Okay, end of story. Guys, always a straight shooter.
Thank you, Doris. I would say Coach Popovich sold himself a little bit short. He's a very humble guy. And very well respected.
He sure is. And he knows how much Duncan does out there, but we all know what a great coach Pop is.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. Green's checked in. It's Ginobili with the drive. Splitter with the ball. Noah picks him up. They get it again. Duncan. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Well, you know, Tim Duncan really is a coach on the floor, guys. He knows every play in their playbook, front to back, and positions 1 through 5. I think he could coach the team if he had to.
Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Here's Leonard. Feeds to Splitter. Duncan left side. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. That one on Rose. And for Duncan and the Spurs team, that continuity and veteran leadership, such a huge part of their success.
Well, when you have the same coach and the same core of star players over almost 2 decades, that's pretty remarkable. That continuity is exactly what gives the Spurs that sustained success that they've enjoyed for such a long period.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
Dang, covered by Duncan. 6 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Noah.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time, and they had questions constantly being asked if he would return, but the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin. I mean, desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
That is good. Heinrich's got his first 3 points of the game.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Duncan kicks to Leonard. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Back to Dang. Dishes to Heinrich. And the Bulls, another 3.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 3-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Green passes to Parker. Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Noah dishes to Dunleavy. Noah kicks to Rose. Noah. Right side, Dang. He feeds it to Dunleavy. And the pass to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Heinrich gets it to go.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
When Derrick Rose came into the league, he was mostly viewed as just a scoring point guard. But he's done a nice job of finding ways to boost his assist totals and be more of a playmaker for his teammates. And he's done that each year he's been in the league.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Tony Parker and teammate Boris Diaw have known each other since high school back in France. Boris says of Tony, quote, he's a point guard who can do it all. He can be an organizer and make the team play. Other times, he's going to be a scoring point guard. It's pretty rare to have both. And guys, Coach Popovich talked about how Parker's decision-making has matured as far as reading when to pass and when to score. He's found a great balance as the years have gone on, guys.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, a special talent. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for the Spurs. And Rose drops them both. Well, Clark, you mentioned Rose's assist totals have climbed pretty steadily over the years. And, Steve, I know you appreciate that. With all that he can do, he's always looking for others.
Man, I think that's what makes him so dangerous offensively, because he can create his own shot or for his teammates. You know, he may not be just a pure point guard, but it's not because of a lack of passing ability. He's a modern-day point guard who can do anything.
Outside Dang. He dishes it to Boozer. He kicks it to Dunlap. He passes to Rose. The feed now to Heinrich. Pulls up from the corner. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Spurs trail by 4. Kicks to Parker. The dish to Diaw. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Green kicks to Diaw. Pass to Parker. And the basket good. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Dang can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Parker passes to Green. Back to Parker. Unloads from 13. Dang grabs the miss.
I thought he'd make that one, and that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Bulls lead by 2. And coming up
now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in
the Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And a look here at the skyscraper surrounding Chicago's front yard, Grant Park. Welcome back, everyone.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Butler. 16 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Noah with the block. Rose with the ball. Outside Dang. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Parker with the steal. Pass to Duncan. Leonard on the wing. Spurs working the ball around now. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Guys, Derrick Rose is a native son of Chicago, and he grew up in the dangerous Inglewood neighborhood, the youngest of 4 brothers. But from very early on, his talent for the game was apparent. And those older brothers of his, they shielded him and protected him like an ember of hope for the entire family, and he certainly has allowed his light to shine brightly.
And Rose drops them both. And Clark, you know, back to Rose, the city of Chicago, as you expected, has embraced him. You know, it's interesting, Steve, to be a high pick, but drafted by your hometown team. The pressure there is pretty interesting.
I love at the United Center when they introduce him, they just say, from Chicago, Derrick Rose. But, you know, with all the attention he gets, he's a very private and reserved person, has a lot of respect amongst his teammates because he just handles himself with such class.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it.
And Rose drops them both.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Bibbs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
Parker against Rose. Parker kicks to Green for the lead. Chicago grabs the miss. Boozer's got his 4th rebound in this one. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them, and Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
Rose gets the bucket.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker outside. Outside, Green. Back to Parker. Six on the shot clock, and he uses the glass on the layup. Parker's got 17.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Otto Ginobili's checked in for the Spurs. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. And it's Rose penetrating. A steal. Here's Bellinelli. Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Bellinelli. Tries to save it. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. That's good from Dang on the assist by Rose. Tang's got his first bucket of the night.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Leonard the pass to Bellinelli. Feeds to Ginobili. And it's blocked by Noah. And he gets it back. That's good. Ginobili's got his 2nd basket of the night. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's Rose penetrating. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Spurs trail by 4.
You know, you look at Ginobili, and he's slender and doesn't scream athleticism, but he is nimble, and nobody in the league is more of a contortionist going to the basket than Manu.
And that one's good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Rose. Here's Gibson. Can't hit. Great D that time from Duncan. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ginobili with the ball. Butler covering. Can't cash in from close range. Amount of Ginobili, Clark, as you mentioned, an unconventional driver. Left-handed that throws guys off.
Yeah, it's kind of a herky-jerky type maneuver, but, you know, it's that side step. We call it the Euro step. It might as well be called the Manu step these days. James Harden copied it from Ginobili, but it's so hard to stay in front of him.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Back to Duncan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Into Noah. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Ginobili. That's good. Ginobili's got 7 points for the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
And Bellinelli kicks to Leonard.
Ginobili.
Dishes it to Bellinelli. Otto Ginobili on the wing. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Back to Dang. 3-pointer. It's It's hauled in by Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds in the game. He feeds it to Leonard. Count that one. Leonard's got 6.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Now here's Ginobili. With 1 on the clock. Can't connect. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. Here's Parker. The pass to Diaw. He dishes it to Bellinelli. He kicks it to Parker. Gets it to go. Parker's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. Bulls trail by 6. Heinrich dishes to Dunley. Now the feed to Butler. Kicks to Dunley. Back to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Gibson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Just 5 on the clock. Parker's shot is off.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Boozer. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist, so he'd have to develop his left, and that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. And he's good on the second.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Parker passes to Leonard. Lays out. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 3. Heinrich with it. He's picked up by Parker. Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. He passes to Butler. The dish now to Dunleavy. Heinrich outside to tie it up. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Ginobili outside. Parker drives in. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Noah dishes to Heinrich. And the Bulls get it back. A second chance effort. And Noah with a nice bucket inside.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Heinrich against Parker. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. 3-pointer, Heinrich. Rebounded by the Spurs. Ginobili's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Pass to Boozer. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And that one's drained from the low block. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Parker drives in. Good. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
I'll tell you what else I like. It's his attacking mindset too, Steve. No matter where he is on the court, when he gets possession, he will turn it up and turn it on and run out. Most of the time, he doesn't stop until he's laid the ball in the hoop.
Here's Splitter, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's going to be on Kirk Heinrich.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
And Splitter drops them both. Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Back to Noah. Pass to Heinrich. Fires from deep. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Parker's shot is off.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Heinrich against Leonard. Heinrich hits to Dang. Back to Heinrich. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. That drops. Heinrich's got 6 points in the quarter.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shots has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Thank you, Doris. Rose passes to Noah. 1:06 left here in the 4th quarter. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
There's a good screen. It's Parker with the drive. Here's Splitter. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Stolen away. Rose against Parker. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
That's flat out embarrassing.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Parker right side. Offensive rebound. Ginobili outside. Outside Leonard. Back to Ginobili. Goes back up. It's off. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. From the... Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got the first basket here in overtime for the Bulls. San Antonio trailing here. Parker right side. Carlos Boozer pulls it in. Noah against Green. Puts up the baby hook. It's stolen by Green. It's Parker with the drive. Gets it to go. Parker's got 25 points.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
And here's Rose. Passes it to Butler. Back to Rose. It's stolen by Duncan. Now Leonard. Duncan dishes to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Leonard. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. And it's Rose penetrating. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 19. He played just over a minute here in OT. Leonard kicks to Parker. Parker right side. And stolen by Butler. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Good on the first, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a four-point ball game.
Boy, he looked cool on both of them, didn't he? Clutch work at the line in a very tense moment of the game.
Parker against Rose. The three. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Parker. And that's now 9 points for Kawhi Leonard. Rose against Parker. Rose goes in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 19 points and 2 steals.
Now getting to the free throw line and converting once he's there, along with his passing, those are the areas where he's really been strong.
Well, yeah, guys, it's basically just old school basketball he's been playing. I love it.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
You know, the tension could not be any higher right now, and he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. Just a cool customer.
That's good. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did.
Feeds it to Butler. Dishes to Dang. Back to Butler. A pass to Rose. Left side Rose. Count it!
Boy, right now it's really tough to stop Rose.
The Spurs shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Parker. Rose with the block. They kick it out to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. This one for 3. Carlos Boozer pulls it in. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
It's intercepted.
A three-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Green passes the split. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Good job there, recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And, you know, if they go on to win this, they'll look back at that free throw as the pivotal moment.
Rose attacking. Oh, missed it. Here's Parker. He dishes it to Green. Missed.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Another tie, and we're going to have a second open. Well, we thought we might wrap it up in regulation. Then it looked like overtime number 1 might yield a winner. But instead, the overtime periods are piling up. And guys, still no winner yet. Rose against Parker. A chance here to retake the lead.
Showing some intensity here in these last few minutes.
He kicks it to Splitter. Right side Green to take the lead, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Spurs lead by 2.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
There's Rose with the 3. Rose with another miss. Here's San Antonio now. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Ono Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. Here's Rose. Outside Rose. And he converts the layup. Rose has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ginobili off a pick from Stokes. And it's Mono Ginobili with the finish.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Rose attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's the first. That narrows the gap to 1. Daniel Green. He's checked in for San Antonio. And Rose drops them both. And here is Green. Outside Leonard. Back to Green. The tray. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Dan. 20 points for Butler.
And now the crowd really getting into it.
Listen to that.
It is shaking in here, guys. Absolutely insane.
It's Parker with the drive. Green, a 3-ball. That's good. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
Parker against Rose. Double team on Rose. Here's the feed to Butler. Outside Dan. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win closely.
It's Parker with the drive. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line. That one on Rose.
How about Tony Parker? He's been getting it done. He's got 27 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
Now here's Rose. Parker with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Well, that's going to be it. Great work at the charity stripe. That'll close this game out.
On its way from Rose for 2. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And that is a foolish mistake right there, guys.
You know, I don't think you can just have that happen. I mean, it's something that you just can't allow if you're going to play good basketball, if you're going to play winning basketball.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. From deep. Good. And so it's San Antonio who's straight 5 with the win.